One-handed whips. How do you do it?
Uh, yeah, just one day just started jumping the ramp, taking off one hand, like just being a freestyle, just always playing with that. And then, dude, I don't know, just like at the time, like we could you at X Games best trick or best whip, sorry, you could do more variations and tricks, right? I seen Stuart and that doing some
Oh,
tricks like knacks and stuff, and I was like, well, maybe we'll get away with stuff. So I was starting to think of things that had never been really done, and one hand to no hand whips were kind of like a thing that hadn't been done. So I was just like, I'm gonna come up with some stuff, and like for me, riding freestyle, I try and be a little. I maybe I don't do the biggest flip tricks in the world, even though I flip and I do flip tricks. I want to just be really. I want to stand out when I ride, and
mhm.
like I can go do a big freestyle show, and I know people come back to me being like, "Dude, like those guys did big flip tricks and stuff, but you're way better." And I'm like try and stay humble. I'm like, yeah, thanks. Like, I really appreciate it. Like the way you move around, the stuff you do on a bike and that. No one does stuff like that. And I'm like, that's what I've really tried to do with my freestyle and the one-handed whip to no-hand whip and things like one-hand takeoff whip. Like that's just something like I've really pride myself on trying to be a bit more creative like that. And yeah, it just don't know how it works. Just one of those things that you start taking
I
off doing a whip and getting the bar to lock, and it's just working with the gyro and awareness, and yeah, it just works out. Kind of a it's funny because to me it's like one of the easiest things I can do on a motorcycle now.
Yeah, right. So I use the
There's
one-hand
nothing.
takeoff whip as an example at my
Yeah,
coaching schools that you ride a motorbike with your legs. Like you got to hang on from the bottom up, and that's where
yeah,
you have all your power from.
yeah. I mean, I hold onto my shifter. I hold my shifter up. That's like a trick that I like. I used to keep it like under wraps, but it's not really something under wraps. Like it's whatever. But
Yeah.
holding up your gear shifter when you click second gear really helps you keep on the bike. That's why I don't get away from the bike. So you're using 3 points of contact. You've got your hand on the throttle, and you've got your strength, and then you've got your gripping with your legs, but you're also hooked under the shifter. So it's a lot easier to manipulate the bike with doing that. Yeah.
So have you ever worried about hitting your full peg on the up ramp, throwing a whip?
Nah, never have.
You
Never
don't?
been able to. On dirt, ruts and stuff, yeah. Racing, but
Not
not
on
on
the
a
ramp?
ramp. Nah.
Fuck, we're
Nah.
getting pretty
Because
close.
you would slide before you get to that degree.
Gotcha. Have you
You
ever
don't really
slid?
have a huh?
Have you ever slid?
On the ramp? Yeah,
Yeah.
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 You slide, but like it's like more of a controlled slide. It's like more of a too big of a carve.
Yeah.
So um yeah, it's but no, you can control as long as like yeah, it's more of a controlled slide. But if you're really sliding on that degree and your foot peg scrapes, you're probably not doing too well.
Not all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Like the moon booter, I can get my back wheel, and I don't mean to, but my back wheel will skip off the side of the ramp a little bit earlier than the top when
Gotcha.
I crank off that thing, or when you're in a train and you're following dudes, and then the ramp's wobbling and it goes like it
Oh, really?
slides a little bit different. But yeah, you don't want your foot peg to crab.